Me did yanyante chwa. Emre biam this kabe free Europe akuma busuafo wo Ghana no. Me used to tap send. Tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Eye easy, eye convenient, eye fast. And sounds so ye free. Won't ya she? Me discover ye mapim. Tap send. Intienne. Also download the tap send app no. Ewa mobile phone so free. Nefe sika komo busuafo wo Ghana fa na nyina. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
This is my concern, your concern. There was a time that we discussed on Showbiz Daily an issue concerning conflict of interest between Paul Adom Otchere and then K.K.D himself, where one of our favorite, viewer commented, had issues with Chemo, back and forth, misunderstanding, didn't really get it well. And this young man threw it to us that, Chemo, I want you to just explain perfectly or furthermore. And now Chemo is in to just expatiate. I know you are waiting for that word. To just make you understand whatever is going on, because I know some of you out there are so much interested in this. My name is MC Berima, and today, this very moment, I'm just going to host Chemo to do the explanation for us. Chemo!
Yeah, Berima.
Bibi Aboko there.
Boko.
I hope everything is fine.
Oh, everything is cool, crap.
I realized there's been back and forth at the comment section between you. I've forgotten the person's name.
Yeah.
All about K.K.D and then Paul Adom Otchere's conflict of interest issues.
Yeah.
Now, how did the whole thing start?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's start from that.
So yeah, let me start from the beginning. We had one of our shows, and one of the topics was the conflict of interest issue of finance minister. Being the finance minister and at the same time. His bank, working with his bank in
that is the data link?
Data bank.
Data bank, yeah.
So data bank is working for government and they get profit for working. Read a report. Our report in the Muno, actually say data bank. And I advise Ghana government to take loans. And Ghana government no more advising. In this case, the person in charge is Finance Minister Ken Yes. So data bank and I advise Ken Oforiatta. But it may interest you to know that Ken Oforiatta is also part owner of data bank.
Data bank, yeah.
And it's like his own bank is advising him to take loan on behalf of government. For the government. And the K.K.D who said no, he wasn't happy with it. And then he came out to say a conflict of interest, and it's like they are raping Ghana for our money, and people should talk about it. In the assembly kind of call viral. A lot of people saw it, and we did our commentary about the whole thing. Say K.K.D assembly kind of he's right. I mean, this is obvious, and we knew this long time ago. And this is what it is, and people are not happy with it. And after that, and I Paul Adom Otchere in Zoka say obey the usual of friend screen touch analysis of the issue. And and the screen touch analysis. What he did, or try say obey pointing out certain things are K.K.D can on any and our no so need the end of the battle out. And that one came before our show. And the show no I'm saying no. It's a for Adom Otchere yes or no so you intellectually dishonest. Me so me gidi say baby or dey fa no. Me ne nya adwen. And you know
and the reason being
that on can asem no say the so can no. Me who say or the name bi ba be keka ho. In his statement no or say or yeah intellectual analysis of the whole issue. And you know if somebody wants to argue, that person should come from that angle. Also compare law document actually say asem na can yes and tie any other day and you know also an intellectual argument and the argument no no as a favor a data bank and can offer
yeah.
And I make say if you do an analysis in this case it's so obvious there's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
But what you said, you can say you are not defending them. But
okay.
It's in favor of such thing there. You are being dishonest.
Okay. Now, let me try one more. If we are to just understand whatever is going on now, conflict of interest in the sense that Ken Oforiatta, we know him to be the finance minister.
Yes.
Good. And then he is affiliated to Data Bank.
Yes.
Now, Data Bank is also now advising Ken Oforiatta to just claim
to go and take loan. And then when they take that loan, Data Bank
it will pass through Data Bank.
Yes, and then Data Bank will Data Bank will make money for advising the government because it's more like a service to the government. So they will take service charge more or less. Like they will take service charge for advising the government.
Okay.
But Data Bank, belongs to Ken Oforiatta.
Okay.
So his own company is advising him to take money from the government.
Which in a way,
yes,
it's obvious that it's a
conflict of interest.
Even if the decision that Data Bank made or advised them, even if Ken Oforiatta is not part of that board, definitely they are going to end up receiving or getting the final say from Ken Oforiatta,
of course,
being the finance minister. So it's obvious a conflict of interest.
Yes.
Okay, so let's continue.
Okay, so for Adom Otchere's argument is that yes, there may be conflict of interest, and in conflict of interest we have different ones. We have perception, like we don't really know, but people will perceive it as conflict of interest based on what we have said is obvious.
Yeah.
And then we have the potential conflict of interest. It not happen. But we can see, say, the K.K.D.
Definitely.
It will happen. Because if you own a company and that company is taking such thing there, it will happen. And Paul's argument is that, well, fine, it may be the case, but there's a remedy for it. And the remedy for such thing, and they say, the person will recuse himself. And as a declare the interest in the company now or affiliated to.
Exactly.
Yes. And Ken Oforiatta, according to Paul Adom Otchere, I follow that rules. Or declare, say, oh, I have interest in a Data Bank.
Yeah.
And at a point, say, or Mubabe make it that decision as well. Or recuse, when we say somebody are recusing, it drew out back and say, oh, this thing that you are about to decide, because I have interest in it, I can't be part of it, and I'll be free.
Yeah.
Say the be cost.
Yeah.
And you'll be free that not others not take a decision without him. And that's the mega say the opinion or the defense. Maybe that's how I see. But upon they will say an opinion, but it happens to favor for Data Bank and Ken Oforiatta.
Yeah.
But my case is no, a defense. Because you think that is the law, it's okay because they are operating within the law. Yes, they are operating within the law, all right. But my point is that it's not okay. First of all, that law is weak.
Okay.
A weak law.
And why will you say it is weak?
Yes, it is weak because Ken Oforiatta can declare that he is affiliated to Data Bank. He can recuse himself. But since he is still the boss, those who are going to take that decision will still take it in favor of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that law cannot cure that conflict of interest issue. So after all your analysis, legal analysis and all that, you know, Paul Adom couldn't conclude, say, no, this is the law, but this is not sufficient. I have watched all the videos I have found. At some point, the crowd can say, well, I don't know. Ghana should decide. How can you say that? If after all your intellectual analysis, you can't say,
leave everything to Ghana
for us to decide. Without you saying, say, okay, this is a weak law, but that's what it is. And you know, I would suggest that we change the law or something. When to me and say, no one say, this is the law, so whether it's good or not, I don't know. And then later he came out to say, if you want to change it, we should take it to Parliament. Okay. But where I disagree with him, and I'm saying, say, he's been intellectually dishonest. Is this? You have to say it clear without any say this is a weak law, and people will take advantage of it. So we should change it without you trying to say I don't know. You want to be neutral.
Okay, so in that sense, you know, will you call that statement as a hypocritical?
Of course, that's the dishonesty.
Okay.
Because he wasn't emphatic that this is a weak law, people will take advantage of it, and can. That's my position. And then I'm even going further with better practice or other practice and what elsewhere we can learn from it. And you know, the intellectual dishonesty part again for me is that somebody like Paul Adom Otchere, after doing all your analysis, doing all the research, you should know better. Say there are laws elsewhere, there are practices elsewhere dealing with some of these issues. Still, one more so. They all kind of say, if this is the law, so if anything, we have to change it. Yeah, we know that. But somebody like Paul Adom Otchere, why analysis, that shouldn't be your position. Yeah. If you want to be honest, you have to say that this is a weak law and we must change it. That should be your statement. We must change it. Don't throw it to the public and say that, yeah, this is the position in Ghana. No. The Paul Adom Otchere, I know, with certain issues, you will be direct. Okay.
Now, in a sense that the back and forth that you were having with this
yes.
person, was he a female or a male?
Yeah, a male guy.
Okay,
yeah.
Nice.
He's in UK, so big ups to him.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm very sure
you shout out to him.
You are going to do this thing. But please, whatever we are discussing here, we are learning. That is why we are seated. Yes. So anything that we are saying, it doesn't mean it is the conclusion.
Yeah, for sure.
Be a part of it. Drop your comment at the comment section over there. Let's continue from that end, and let's get interactive. And Kamo.
Yeah. So here is the thing. My dishonesty argument that I'm making is Paul Adom Otchere can do his research, do his analysis, and tell us that there's a better law to cure the conflict of interest and potential, even perceived ones, But he didn't do that. He just said that this is the law, so if you think it's not good enough, we should go to Parliament, or we should petition Parliament for them to do something about it. Meanwhile, he may be aware, I don't want to be emphatic on it, but he may be aware that there's practice somewhere else, because in his analysis, sometimes Okoti law from UK, no Okoti law from USA, this is the practice that they are doing. But he couldn't quote any practice which is better than our system that we have. He didn't do that. And why? It's only dishonest means and other ways. Okay. And well, if I should take it the other way, say he doesn't know, say there's something like that. Means so my research. And I mean to me, who say there's a better practice somewhere else that we can learn from. We have a group of people, a document that people can use as a guide. And the title of the document is Managing Conflict of Interest in the Public Service. Okay. OECD Guidelines and Countries' Experiences. Let me give the title again. Okay. Managing Conflict of Interest in the Public Service. conflict of interest in the public service here omo mo ye adwuma ma aban no public service any yibia company ana personnel yibia o ye adwuma ma aban no public service and you know omo a guideline to guide it, and this one omo guideline they are using companies countries experiences countries and omo de omo experience na ye and you know omo for country A no matter the country we know this is how they are tackling it. Country B, this is how they deal with it. And omo use sana. I think there are so many scenarios in it. Ghana for be able to make from. Organization sa guideline we for how to manage conflict of interest. Organization for economic cooperation and development. Organization for economic cooperation and development. The whole world and all my years are by in country beyond joining. There are some countries are almost part of it. And this organization almost started way back in 1961.
Okay.
An organization nearby. And they try from time to time say almost improve how to deal with conflict of interest in public services. And not long ago, the document that I'm holding now, almost prepared in 2003. And he said, "For Adom Otchere, now
you're just telling him.
I'm telling him, say, document or actually better practice. So don't just come and quote the law and say, oh, this is law I use to, and yes, we know." And one thing you bet me I can, and as I am forgetting to say, for those who know about the law and the loopholes, they will take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And you can say, oh, follow law, no, that's all. I mean, in my honest opinion, it's not good enough. Yes, the person is following the law to do whatever he's doing and is within the law. But you, as a researcher, as a good journalist, as a lawyer, you can say, yes, you are following the law, but this is not the best practice. So we should go for the best practice to cure it. And one can now, and then say the person is following the law. So that's all I mean. I will say that you are being dishonest. Okay. Yes, and I'll mention that the document that I'm holding, who go through, they said a lot of things, but the simple thing I was saying is that they have one or more means of identifying and resolving conflict of interest. And on page 60, on page 66 of that document, they have one my title, restricting unavoidable, serious, and pervasive conflicts. But they call it incompatibility. As I say, there are certain positions are very incompatible with whatever you want to cure when it comes to conflict of interest. And in the conflict of interest, what this means is that laws, just as it is, cannot solve every conflict of interest. The way to do it sometimes is incompatibility. That is, there are certain positions that you don't appoint somebody there for you to later use law to cure it.
Okay. Okay.
Because anybody cause our position now, no matter the law, still no conflict of interest never happen.
Yeah.
Because can Ovoriata say me a finance minister, my company and because of his position, even those the rest of them will still favor him. So there's no way to use law to cure it. And to almost use law still now loophole. And said that the law so that you can get that legal means to still cheat the system. And to one person be cheating system now, just don't appoint such a person in that position. As simple as that. So it's two things. What I'm saying is that Ken Oforiatta, Adrian said, doing a practicing, doing private practice as a data bank owner, he will make more money than being a finance minister. Why do you take the finance minister position? Why don't you just sit back, work on data bank, take that contract, and make your money? But if you come for that position, and still hold on to data banker, you are going to make double money. That's why you will take it, and then you a conflict of interest, and the law cannot cure it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Shamo. I'm really learning, and I'm sure you are doing this thing same way. Very, very educative, and like I said earlier on, the comment section is reserved for you. Wait, my drop your comments. Baby, please teach us. Let us learn over there, and let's move on. Chamo, final words.
Yeah. So my final words and conclusion I'm giving is that yes, people can use legitimate means to make money, and they will operate within the law. Yes, but some of the law they are weak, and people can see the loopholes in it and take advantage of it. And you know, I'll still stand by the fact that for Adom Otchere's presentation, he wasn't emphatic that there's something wrong with the law and there's a better practice somewhere. But you know, me quote from it, and say, oh, we do, who say Japan, Canada, US, UK, Poland, all the Scandinavian countries, you know, they are being guided by this document and almost practice, you know, they don't find themselves in some of these things. And you know, as an intellectual as he is, and a prominent or journalist as we know him to be, you know, he should just not give us that this is the law, so he should be no. He should go further and tell us the best practice wherever it is, because he's been doing research work and he should know better. But before we go, no, let me put this thing out. Yes, this is my position when it comes to this one, and I'll still not just complain and sit down for things to happen the way I want. And I will advise everybody: don't just complain, be active with the system that we have, and take what you think you deserve. And you know, yeah, banner be na argument na yeah complaining we na wa anyhwe still and confirm no be this kind of job. So you to participate in it. And our guy, our friend in US, this is my response to you, and I think I've said enough for you to also state your opinion. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Chamo. In team, do you Solomon or your YouTuber, YouTube manager, and our friends, you know, YouTube consultant, anything bothering you around YouTube, you need to just get in touch with him, and then he'll help you sort it out. My name is MC Berima, and this is the education segment. Your friend or my friend is simple. Your concern, my concern. The comment sections, anything that you think that you really want us to touch, we pick it out and then we discuss this over here. Thank you very much for being a part of this show. Say thank you to Currents the Digital Rasta, Richie Flex, same way Lapiji, our producer, and to you two, always being with us. God richly bless you, bless me, bless the whole world. Peace. We are out.